We list one, we sell one. We list one, we sell one. If not immediately, you know, within that day or the next day, certainly within a week, we've been selling these items quick. Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Picker. My name is Kevin and we are in the eBay cave, and we have had a continuation of a particular item that seems to sell almost as soon as we list it. We list one, we sell one. We list one, we sell one. If not immediately, you know, within that day or the next day, certainly within a week, we've been selling these items quick. And I'm going to show you what that is here in just a second. But we've also had some items that have been hanging around the store for a while, have continued to slowly but surely sell. I like that kind of mix, you know. The items that sell the most are the items that are just recently listed. And so you're going to, you know, have half of your recent sales are going to be items that are listed within the last, I don't know, 2 weeks to a month. That's my experience. It's obviously kind of rewarding to list something and sell it, and it makes you feel really good about yourself. But I get more excited about the sales that are 2 months old, 6 months old, a year old, and that's kind of a mix that I like to see. I like to see something sell every day that I've listed in the last week. I like to see something sell that I've listed in the last month. I like to see something sell that I've listed in the last 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, and I like to see that kind of rotation because you really don't want items in your store for 3 years. Most of us don't have massive amounts of storage, and so you want items that are quick sellers. But I occasionally don't mind buying items if they're small that are going to be slow sellers. And there's an item today that has been around here for a year and a half that has sold. And those items I'm okay with selling, but I have a little twist on those items and a little trick that I use to stop myself from having a death pile of those particular items. And I'll tell you about that in just a second as well. But without further ado, let's take a look at what's sold. Before we do, we usually have one Eneman, and we talk about that one for just a second before we show you the rest of them. And this is going out to Michael, and he says, love the videos, been selling on eBay off and on since 2000, and started to really ramp it up after getting excited about it again, watching your videos, Craigslist Hunters videos, and Cincinnati Pickers videos. I hope it helps me clean out my inventory. Pun intended, of course, pun intended. So at any rate, Michael, thank you so much. We do appreciate it. And it says Granite City here. Granite City. I got to check that out. Where's the Granite City? Should I know this? I guess I'll find out when I ship it. Right, this is St. Andrews. I don't know if you can see this. I had a St. Andrews hat. Actually, it's one that I got in the... No, I didn't get it in a Cincinnati Picker lot. Matt at Part-Time Pickers sent me a bunch. I bought one hat and he sent me like a box of them. He's just trying to get rid of his death pile on me. I know what you're trying to do out there. But actually, it turned out to be great because a lot of those hats I ended up... Some of them I sold on eBay, but a lot of them I took to the antique booth. And so I recognized this emblem on one of those hats as the St. Andrews, the old course. And that's a pretty good little name. You know, we have the Masters in the United States. St. Andrews is the one to look for overseas. That's the home of golf, if you will. The Open Championship, the British Open, is over there I can't remember how many, every 3 years or so. At any rate, this is a little tartan plaid cover. And this one sold for $18.41. So it's a pretty nice little sale. And it's all basically pure profit. And this came from that lost and found golf course sale that we have over on Commonwealth Flipper, and I'll give you an update on how we're doing so far on this. Let me give you a little closer look. See an emblem out there. Obviously, if it says St. Andrews on it, it's St. Andrews. But a lot of times you won't see the St. Andrews. You'll just see that little coat of arms. So something to look for. All right, that brings the lost and found golf course sale from $250 to $383, with still quite a bit left to go. All right, this one's going off to Robbie, and Robbie says he's a new eBay reseller. He says, hello, Kevin. I've been doing this for a few months and starting to do well now. I'm hoping this brings me some good luck with the eBay reselling business. Thanks for all you do for newer resellers. And that reminds me, we've been doing something every Friday over there on the Commonwealth Flipper channel. For now, anyways, because I'm so busy, and so it's really hard to make enough content for one channel, much less two. And I don't have time to answer a lot of questions anymore. So I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone here. And so when I see a question, usually I'm just hearting everything because I've got like 10 minutes before I've got to do something at school and finish up and do a lesson plan for the next day and get the heck out of there and get to baseball practice. So I'm just trying to get through them real quick. but I feel bad when I see questions on there that I don't have time to answer. So a lot of times what I'm doing is I'm just pulling out my camera and I'm talking to it really quick and answering the question. And then once I get, 10 minutes, 15 minutes worth of questions on there, I turn it into a video and I put it on Friday on the Commonwealth Flipper channel. So if you've asked a question on the Commonwealth Picker channel or asked a question on the Commonwealth Flipper channel, there's a decent chance in the next week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks from when you've asked it, usually within a week, I'll answer that question on a video on the Commonwealth Flipper channel. Now, I don't claim to be an expert on everything, so it's just kind of my anecdotal answers and stories and past experience. But usually it gets the job done. So at any rate, Robbie, thank you so much, and we hope he brings you great luck, and keep us updated on how you're doing. All right, this is a neat little item, and I'll often pick things up like this, and people are like, why are you picking this thing up? It's a little guest watch with a little leather band. It's not even in amazing condition, but it's cool. It's an old school 1993 vintage guest watch. The battery doesn't work. It doesn't work on this thing at all. This is the kind of thing where if I can pick it up, I see it on a table and it's like jewelry, 50 cents or a quarter or something, I'll pick it up. I know I can get, not working even, I know I can get 10 bucks for something like this. And it's been hanging around the store for a while. And this got bought by a viewer, and it was bought for 10 bucks, $9.99. So when I see something like this, I'm like, that's $5 profit. But you know what? I just think they're cool. Swatch watches and guest watches and things like that. The Swatch watches will bring a lot of money sometimes. It depends on which kind you have. And this was bought by Brian, and he's got an interesting story here. And I got to tell you, Brian, I'm a little bit jealous. I wish I had these skills that you have. So he says, I enjoy watching your videos. I'm a full-time firefighter, EMT. That is awesome. And I have been reselling for years as a hobby. I just recently quit my part-time job at a jewelry store where I worked for over 5 years. It was great because we made custom jewelry, bought gold, silver coins, and loose stones. I also worked on watches. Definitely has given me an edge when I come across those items I'm now reselling part-time after you and a couple others inspired me. Thanks, Brian. So, Brian, that is awesome. And I'm assuming you're going to make this thing work and sell it for twice as much. I don't know what you're going to do. But that's a skill that I wish I had. Working on things like that, I don't have many skills at all. I often joke that I'm the jack of all trades and the master of none. And that applies to eBay. But that applies to most of my life, unfortunately. But gold and silver I'm getting better at. I'm not an expert on coins. I have the coin boy who helps me out a little bit from time to time. And I certainly don't know loose stones, and that is a skill that I don't know that I'll ever acquire. But what a great set of skills to have as a reseller. It's about time we go down to Brandon's again and do another little jewelry video. So Brandon, if you're watching, I still owe you dinner, and hit me up and I'll take you out to dinner and we'll do another video. All right, this one's going out to Scott, and Scott says, we are full-time sellers and love watching your channel while we are working. Can't wait to get our Eneman. Thinking about setting up a YouTube channel in the future. And on Instagram, Scott says he's Cha-Ching King. I love that name. It's Cha-Ching King. Cha, period, Ching, period, King. And so you're on Instagram, so you need to send me a message now. I'm obviously Commonwealth Picker on Instagram. So hashtag Commonwealth Picker, hashtag Eneman. And you can check out all the resellers out there and all the places they're putting Eneman. Some people are taking him with them when they go shopping or thrifting, and it's in the cart. And y'all make me laugh, so I have a chuckle. Every once in a while at school, I'm in the hallway and looking at this stuff, and people are like, what is that guy laughing at? Thanks so much, Scott. We do appreciate it. All right, here's a fun little sale. And I picked this up. This is the kind of thing you can't really see. It's got a glare. It's Chessie. It's got a little cat right here, and they're a set of playing cards. And they're obviously not new. There's a rubber band around them, and it's Chesapeake and Ohio Railroad playing cards. And this comes in a set of 2. The other one in the package was still brand new in the plastic, and we're obviously asking more for that one. This one we got $8.41. So you figure it's a little over a $4 profit on this item. I think that's right. You figure, let's say $1.50 in fees. I'm saying that we paid nothing for this, even though we did, and I'll tell you why in a minute. $1.50 in fees is going to cost you about $2.70, so $4.50. Yeah, it's about a $4 profit is basically what we're making. Now, I didn't get this for free, but essentially I did. I had a whole lot of things that I knew I was going to buy, and I was going to make a certain offer on it. And a lot of these little things in there that I added in are just kind of gravy on top. And so I would have had to pay the same amount for all that stuff, whether or not I would have put this little card deck in there or not. It didn't make a difference in the sale. And if you can bundle like that when you're doing deals, you know, you can pick up 5 or 10 things that you're going to make like $30 or $40 on, and it really makes the deal well worth your time. And this is the kind of thing that I like to pick up. The other one is right here. I don't know if you've seen it, but this one is brand new in the plastic, and I can't remember what we're asking for that one, but I know it's a heck of a lot more than $8.41. Somebody asked about playing cards and whether or not you can send them media mail or not, and the answer, unfortunately, is no. And we did a video on media mail, and if you want to check that out, you can go over to the Commonwealth Flipper channel. So happy this one's going out the door, and we'll make a little bit of money on it. This guy's going out to Margaret and says, thanks so much. I'm a fellow seller and love your YouTube videos. Going to put this guy on my computer. So she says, have a great day. So Margaret, thank you so much, and we hope he brings you great luck. All right, here is a retail arbitrage item from the Goodwill of all places. And you might think, retail arbitrage from the Goodwill? Well, they had tons and tons of these, and I kind of debated about buying them or not. I think they're from the Glenn Beck collection. And I bought a ton of Glenn Beck stuff. And I did pretty well on it over time. This one I thought would have appeal to anybody, not just Glenn Beck folks. And because, I mean, hey, it's got Benjamin Franklin and Jefferson and Washington. It says faith, hope, and charity. Ties are some long tail items these days, and this has been long tail. And there are 2 left after this one, but it sold for $8.95, and it's a neat little tie. Every year we sell a couple on July 4th, and we've had these for a few years now. So $9, we paid $1 for it, so it's not very much money. It's probably $3.50 to $4 profit on it is all. All right, this one's going out to Steven, and there's no message, but I just want to say thank you. Thanks, Steven. All right, this is just a Levi's Pearl Snap blue shirt, and it's a size medium. It's not vintage. It's pretty modern. It's nothing amazing. You might be like, why would you pick this up? Well, I didn't pick it up at Goodwill. That's why I picked it up. So I picked it up for $1. It sold for $16.81. Usually at Goodwill, I try to find ones that are going to sell for like $18, $19, $20 as a minimum. I'd like to move it to a $20 minimum, but I don't quite have the discipline. I'm like, yeah, if I can make $8 on it, I'll do it. So this only sold for $16.81 free shipping, and I bought it for $1. So let's do the math on that. So you figure it's $3 in fees. It's not going to be quite that much. Paid $1, so we're up to $4 in cost, and shipping on it's going to be less than $4. But we're going to go on the high side of everything, and we'll call it $4. So $8 into this. You're going to sell it roughly for $17. So we're going to get a $9 profit on this shirt. I see people just knocking each other over the head for a video game that they're going to make $10 on, when this stuff's out there all over the place. If you can get it at the right price and you know what you're looking for, you can make the same amount of money on it. And I know it's not sexy, and I know it's clothing, and it's not a stack of Nintendo games, but if you're trying to make money instead of collect video games, this is the kind of stuff you need to look for if the price is right. Now, this can be long tail. So this one didn't happen to me. This one sold really, really quickly. Matter of fact, it sold within a week. But it can be long tail. But if you can get this stuff for $1, it's worth your time. All right, so this is not a great VCR as far as model number and sell-through rate. Matter of fact, I think there was only 3 listed, and I don't think there was any sold comps on this one. And mine's pretty nice. It was clean. It was working good. It sounded good. I just decided to put a little VHS Maxell VHS tape with it, and it's brand new in the package, and a little AV cable in there as well. So I paid $1 for this particular machine. I'm probably into this for max 50 cents, and then I'm into the AV cable for max 50 cents. So I'm into this thing for $2. Took me a little while to test it. I found it in my death pile when I was going through a few things to list, and I decided that I would look at the comps out there, the ones that hadn't sold, and I would put them right about at that same level as the highest one, because I was offering an AV cable and I was offering the VHS as well, and it sold in a day. So we are selling these things about as fast as we can list them. I put it out there for $26 plus shipping, and it sold. I regret that. I wish I would have put it out there for $29 at this point, but what the heck. I'm in it for $2, sold for 26 after fees and whatnot. We're definitely making around $20, if not a little bit more. And this one's probably going to go out FedEx. I'll have to see the way they bought it and see what the best option is, but it's probably going out FedEx. And this one's going out to Gretchen and to Kurt, and they say, hey Kevin, we love to watch your channel, and we got this Eneman for our eBay room. We are new resellers and hope our good luck continues. So Gretchen and Kurt, thank you, and we hope your luck continues too. All right, here's one of those items I'll pick up if I can get them for 50 cents or $1, and I'll put them in my antique booth, and I'll just put like $5 on them, and they'll occasionally sell, because you can't find too many of these things out there anymore, and the quality of the sound of them aren't very good either. And some people still like to listen to the radio. They like to have an actual alarm clock that goes off in the morning. I like to have mine set for, I think, 6:04, and that's when the weather report goes off at the channel that I have it set on, and so I know what the weather is. As I'm getting up, I'm immediately getting that forecast. And, you know, for us baseball coaches, it's always important. We got to know what to wear. It's cold out here sometimes. And this is a dream machine. Matter of fact, and this is going to a viewer. It's going to Johnny and to Penny. This is my personal radio, and this is what I do. Y'all think I'm nuts. Because these things can be such long tail items and there's so little profit in them, and there really is. This sold for $6.81 plus shipping, and it took a long time to sell at that price. So I'm going to make like $4 profit on this item. So usually I won't buy another one. If I have one, I won't buy another one. Sometimes I'll have two because of this. This is the one I use. This is my personal radio. It's upstairs in my bedroom, and this is the one I use. So when I sell it, I'll take it down here and put it down here, and I'll find another dream machine and I'll put it up there. I think I have one more. That'll become my radio, and now I'm free to buy another one, and it doesn't take up any space. So anyway, you are getting my personal radio, and it's a good one. It's got some good sound in it, so that's awesome. Thank y'all so much. Let me read it to you real quick. It says, Kevin, we really enjoy watching your videos. We used to sell on eBay years ago and got away from it. We started watching you, John Cincinnati Picker, and Lonnie several months ago, and it motivated us to start selling again. This time we started a store, and we have made it to top seller level. Thanks so much for all the great information we would have never known about without your videos. Take care, and God bless. Johnny and Penny from Hilltop_bargains. So thank you so much, and it's headed your way. All right, and as always, thank y'all so much for your generosity, for your kindness, for your comments, for subscribing to the channel, for giving the videos a thumbs up all the time, and for even hitting that bell, that alert button out there, which is so nice so that you guys can watch our videos as soon as they come out. We are very flattered and very thankful, and we appreciate each and every one of you who watches, and we will see you next time.